What's up, people? Welcome back to the channel. Got a whole bunch of stuff going on. I know I'm a little late to this Monday market watch. Also missed the Friday market watch, but there's a lot of other things that that I had that took some more importance over getting the videos out. So we are gonna try to get back on track with this stuff. Still trying to get out some of the new videos. Still trying to get a 500. All out the way. Let's get into the video. Priestess of the Ashened City. This is it looks like it has kind of equalized the spot where I thought it was. Looks like you get near mint first dead $6.99, so pretty much is around like that $7 range. But there is a lot of hype that is starting to surround this archetype, mainly because I believe it is a TCG exclusive, so we do kind of have that. But once we get the ban list, if we get a ban list that's gonna bring it's like this. I guess there's just two types of ban lists we could get. We could get a ban list that just gives a small little slap to Snake Eye, which pretty much just makes them able to compete with only the stronger decks of the format, or we get a ban list that cuts the power of Snake Eye to the point where a lot of other decks are able to kind of come back in. That's when I believe a deck like Ashened could really take off. Although there is a couple of other decks, especially like the battle phase deck that's is going to be coming out pretty soon. It's supposed to be kind of top tier. So we're still a little wonky, but there is a lot of hype surrounding this archetype. I wouldn't be surprised if this card starts to double in price. It is kind of settled in that $7 range, but I wouldn't be surprised if something goes crazier. Similar to Vitos the Eruption Dragon, this right here has gone up by at least 10. Like at one point it was like a little more. Looks like right here, after this light plate's gone, it's $24.95. We're looking at like $25. You could get these around the $14 range. That's about the lowest you could get them. So they have gone up like a pretty good amount. To be honest, these are not going to get any kind of reprint soon. These are most likely going to miss the Megatons if I'm not mistaken. It depends on how Konami chooses to do it. But I believe this set is potentially going to miss the Megaton. So we're probably not going to get this reprinted in the we're probably going to get a reprint of this anytime soon. So I could see this card going up. I have one or two copies of these kind of put away in the back. So hopefully I'll be able to kind of bring them out, and I'll be kind of debating whether I should put them up or not. But right now, if you have them and you're not going to use them, I said put them up. Just kind of get your money out. Get your money out right now. Awakening of Vitos is another one that that is kind of going for a little bit of money. I thought there was only two two Ashen cards that were going up, but I did forget about the Awakening, which allows you to get the field spell. It's right here. About a near mint first set, about three, I'd say around $4. This shipping is kind of really throwing me off. To be honest, I don't I tried just to consider it just a full dollar with the other shipping, but I don't know how other vendors are, other people are gonna kind of do their pricing. I guess for me, it used to be if you're buying stuff in person, you would pay just the price in green, and then depending on and then of course if you buy online you pay that extra shipping. But now a lot of people kind of work in the shipping with the actual price and stuff, so that's it's gonna really depend on you see there. But I'm looking at these are about I would say about $4 a piece right here for the Awakening of Valdos. Bonfire from Maze of Millennia. This is not really a little bit off theme, but to be honest, but for these last cards I kind of just want to talk about cards that are kind of going up. I mean, that's kind of stupid. It's the market watch, cards going up, cards going down. But I guess just this is just gonna be kind of just a kind of end end of the video rapid fire of just a bunch of I shouldn't say a bunch, but these are just an end rapid fire of all those cards that I kind of noticed that are kind of really fluctuating, that are really fluctuating in price. Starting with Bonfire, originally it was kind of in that in the $118 range, $120 range, but I guess like I said, as people have already played in their events, they got their invite with the Snake Eye, and they're pretty much done. They kind of you pass it on, and less people are also interested in playing in a tier 0 type format. We're really looking at this card kind of really falling off. Bonfire, looking at about $60 for this card, which is really good because there's a lot of decks that want to use Bonfire, but they were just priced out of it. So even now it's kind of it isn't really too justified to buy it, because you are I mean, it's still expensive, $180 for the set, but it's easier to obtain that than it was originally. But right now, to be honest, it is still like a little bit too high for it to get like super hardcore mainstream use. I think you're still trying to get if you're just trying to pay like Snake Eye Fire King, and all those kind of other things. So Bonfire coming down to like almost half the price is like really crazy to me. EMP Meow Mine is another interesting card that I've kind of noticed starting to go up. It did it started to kind of get like a little small, but I didn't really see too many people noticing. It was kind of in the $2 to $3 range, but now I'm looking at it, and we're looking at it around like like $4.50 to about $5. We're looking at like $5 to like $6 range for this card. So if you kind of have these in the bulk, like I did, I kind of had 2 copies there in the bulk. I would just like pull them out. Maybe they pull them out, kind of hold on to them, because like I said, these came out, these are pretty new. So if they do kind of take off, I do see these potentially going to like $10, maybe $12 as like ultra rare people kind of like pulled, didn't care about, sold them with their bulk, but then now when it's useful, everyone's trying to scramble for them. So I could see these kind of hit that $8 to $12 price point if they become like, you need 3 copies in their hardcore and some kind of combo deck. So we'll see what the meta has for this. Transaction Rollback is another card from Maze Melody. I should have had this one before EMP, but it's all good. Transaction Rollback is another card that I wanted to talk about. I have a feeling that once we get the ban list, no matter what, Transaction Rollback is probably going to go up. I had a couple of copies and I sold them, and then literally maybe like a day after I sold them, I kind of had the realization, like, you know what, maybe I shouldn't have sold those. Because like the second we get that list, I feel like, because it isn't just Labyrinth that's going to want to use that deck, but there's like a lot of different strategies that might want to try to sit there and do the transaction rollback to stop the special something, especially in a non-tier 0 format where like you don't have to worry about, if you don't win the dice roll, then you're pretty much like screwed over. So so like we're gonna kind of see on that right now. We're looking at like near mint for about 25 with this $1 shipping. So we're looking at about like 26 to $27. If you something could get you them for 25 bucks a piece, I would just, like I said, I would just kind of like pick them up now. Like I said, pick them up now, because if the ban list does what I feel it's gonna do, I feel like Transaction Rollback is just gonna go up on the hype. So if you don't have them and you want to use them, I'd pick them up sooner rather than later. Aroma Seraphie Jasmine. This right here is a card that I had like 9 copies of this card at one point, because I basically had like I kind of like it, depending on like certain cards when they come out in certain sets, I just like to hold on to them, and Jasmine was one of those cards because it came out of dual power. It was very obscure. It had small combo niches. The same reason why I had so many copies of Lib, the Keyblade Warrior, is why I had a lot of copies of Aromatherapy Jasmine. I just knew one day it was kind of gonna like soar up, but I kind of felt like I sold them prematurely, because I sold them when they were like maybe like $12-15 range, because I thought that was going to be the highest and they're going to get a reprint, but they never got a reprint, and they kind of just slowly kind of started soaring up. And now, especially I should have kind of seen the Rika coming in and kind of making this even more popular. But we're looking at Light Play First Ed $24.50. You're pretty much paying, no matter what, you're paying about $25 for this card. So you're paying $25 a copy. I really do feel like the reprint at this point is very close to the horizon. Maybe I should do a video on the top 5 cards that desperately need a reprint. That even if it's not that important, you just kind of just need it, because you just never know. This is the perfect example why cards why like getting too many reprint sets is not the worst, because, and of course Konami has to put them in there, but like sometimes you get reprints, like you're like, oh, how come I got to reprint this card again? And it's like, well, it's better to just get the reprint than to sit there and be like, damn, I gotta pay 25 bucks for this obscure card that nobody cared about, to where if it got at least one other reprint, or like 1 or 2, then it'd be a little bit easier, to get. And then the last card I want to talk about is Summon Sorceress. Simply put it, Summon Sorceress is getting an errata, and that errata is most likely going to be coming to the TCG, which means she is going to be legal again, and people are going to be trying to throw this in so many different things, similar to Firewall Dragon, to where the second it came back, everyone tried to do their combos. Like I said, it depends. It depends on the state of Yu-Gi-Oh. Depends on the meta. It depends on a lot of different things. I hope, I would love for Summon Sorceress to be back. Some people might not be happy about this, but I remember playing this like so I guess like when Summon Sorcerers was like good and it was in lead decks, I was playing like super hardcore Yu-Gi-Oh. So like yeah, I do have a like little bit of a soft spot for this. This card was worthless and now just shot up. You're looking at like a light plate first set for about 3 to 4. You're looking at like $4 for this card no matter what. So Summon Sorcerer is about $4 for the super rare. There is a secret rare version of this card. I mean, a secret rare, a ultra rare version that came out in the Jump magazine, and that one has been kind of going up too. Like you got the light play limited for about $12, and then looks like you're paying like light play limited for about 13. Look about like $13, $14 for like this card in ultra rare. All right, guys, that's it for the video. Peace out, and I'll catch you in the next one.